Hey everyone, Dave Gettleman is the new general manager of the New York Giants. They took the interim tag off of his title, and so he gets another GM job, and I have to be absolutely blunt. This is yet another case of a retread, someone white who had a similar position, in this case just a few months ago, who was hired by another NFL team for the same position, and he comes with some baggage, does Mr. Gettleman, just laying it out as a fact. He was fired July of this year, 2017, by the Carolina Panthers after Jerry Richardson met with him after complaints by players that Gettleman, wasn't handling contracts properly. He had lousy relationships with players and a number of their agents. Gettleman, most famously let go of Steve Smith, go from the Carolina Panthers to the Baltimore Ravens, where he was very productive, and he also terribly handled D'Angelo Williams. You know, interestingly, and I have to point this out because it's just sticking out there as an obvious optic for anybody that cares to look. It was interesting that when Gettleman was treating the black Carolina Panthers players, it was kind of like, okay, but the minute he started messing with the white players, let alone, most notably, Greg Olson's contract, and having a bad relationship with Olson, where Olson was going to hold out of training camp. Then Richardson stepped in and said, oh, we got to do something. Just pointing that out. But in total, Gettleman's record with handling players is not stellar at all. Yes, he made some good moves in helping to build the Carolina Panthers, but he left a lot of bad feelings along the way. So you have to ask the question, what's he going to do in the Giants situation with Eli Manning, who's already been the victim of terrible treatment by the New York Giants, and the Giants were basically passing the buck until Mr. Mara came in and said, hey, you know what, the buck stops with me, it's my fault, blame me, as a way of taking the heat off of the other Giants brass that were responsible for Eli's terrible treatment. But the damage was done. So now they're going to bring in, or have brought in Gettleman, a person who has a track record of treating players the way, well, the Giants started treating Eli Manning, who is admittedly up there in years. How are they going to handle that this time is something that you definitely should get your popcorn ready to see, because I would be surprised if it were handled better by Gettleman with the Giants than it would have been without, given Gettleman's track record. But, you know, let's look at this another way. The Lord has given Mr. Gettleman a second chance. He should acknowledge he's getting a second chance very quickly, after waiting so long to be general manager, and not blow it as he did with the Carolina Panthers. So subscribe to Zennie62 and stay tuned for more from my YouTube channel, and bookmark my blog, zennie62.com, and hey, follow Zennie62 to CES 2018 Las Vegas. See ya.